Yo, YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing a player review on Neymar Jr., the absolute legend, the absolute beast. The man is unbelievable in FIFA, and this year is no different. Let's take a look at his base card, go through some of his strengths, weaknesses, then we'll get up with some gameplay. Coming in at 5'9", explosive acceleration type, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, right-footed. He comes at 87 rated. 85 pace, 79 shot, 84 passing, 92 dribbling, 37 defending, and 60 physicality. Taking a look at some of his playstyles and his roles, he can play the left mid, the left wing, and the cam. So for me personally, if I was using this card, I would actually not mind him. That was not English. Let me go that again. I wouldn't mind him as a cam. I think the only problem with the cams, I like having my cams with a bit more long shots. As you can see, he's got 75 long shots. So I actually liked him out on the wing. Now, he wasn't the fastest. I think this is where his price really shows and starts to kind of decrease. He doesn't have the 90 paces. So maybe as a winger, people don't love him. But I was a big fan of this card, and we'll get into it. For me, his key strength is his dribbling. So I would use him as a cam and a little bit of a different kind of creative outlet. Instead of someone going for long shots, I think having him as a cam, just kind of dribbling around the edge of the box and just making the place for the strikers and allowing the strikers to progress, I think that's a good way of using him. You could also use him as a left wing, as a wide playmaker. You see he does have the ++. Now, me personally, I use him in a 4-4-2 as a left mid. I actually used him in a left mid in a 4-4-2. So you can see when he goes to the left mid position, he doesn't actually have, let me go back to his card, he doesn't actually have any plus roles, but he still did the job for me. So I would probably recommend, if you can play him as a left wing, maybe as a wide playmaker. If not, use him where you're comfortable. I actually think as a shadow striker, he's pretty good, because you can see with a shadow striker, he can actually get in behind, and with his 5-star weak foot, he'll be clinical from anywhere around the box. Playstyles. He has the incisive pass playstyle. This one's pretty good. I actually noticed it quite a bit, especially when my striker was making the runs. His through balls were quite strong, so I thought Neymar's incisive pass was quite strong. His ball control, this is his dribbling, and you can see he has plenty of playstyles here. He has a technical dribbling, reaches a higher speed when performing control sprint, and performs wide turns while dribbling with more precision. All this means is just during those fancy flares and skill moves and stuff, he's going to be quite agile on the ball. You're not going to be very stiff with him, and he's quite a good dribbler on the ball. Then he does have the flair. Once again, fancy passes and shots are performed with improved accuracy, performs flair animations when contextually appropriate. So once again, with his skill moves, just a little bit more flair with his passes and his shots. It just adds a little bit more flair to it. I don't think it's the craziest play style, but definitely a nice one to have. First touch, I thought this was a good one. Once again, when you do those through balls on the wing and he's running onto them, he actually, the ball kind of felt like it stuck towards him, which was really nice to have, especially as a winger when you're doing those fast over the top through balls. He wasn't clunky with it. It wasn't going all over the place. No, it felt like he got the ball under control and he was able to make the most out of it. Then he has the Trickster Plus. Grants the ability to perform more unique ground and flick skill moves. It's significantly more agile when strafe dribbling, and for me that was the key one. When strafe dribbling with Neymar, he felt unbelievable. If you guys are good dribblers or trying to improve or just overall like plays with good dribbling, unbelievable card. Then we have the physical, we have the Travella, however you want to say it, and yeah, just allowed you to perform outside the foot shots. For me, I always liked this, especially for my kind of cams. I think for me it's great to have because outside the foot shots are quite effective. Going through his actual base card, then we'll check out some gameplay. 85 pace. He felt faster, to be fair to him. He felt pretty good. He definitely didn't feel like the Nico Williams or the Dembeles that I've used in the past, but he felt good. He felt decent pace. I didn't feel like he was really slow. When I first saw his card 85, I kind of got put off it a little bit. I was like, I don't know if I want to mess around with 85 pace, but it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Shooting, if I didn't know his shooting, I would give you an 85 plus. His shooting for me, no problem. I think it's just one of those things in FIFA where even if players have relatively low shooting, as long as you're using the meta shots and you're using the broken stuff, I think you can get away with it. I really do. There was definitely a difference between him and Griezmann, right? Like someone like Griezmann or Haaland, their shot was incredible. So there definitely was a difference. However, with Neymar, I wasn't using him as my main outlet as a striker. He was my cam, he was my winger, so I didn't use him too much in those positions. And when he was in and around the box, I think he still did well. So I think you get away with his shooting. Passing for me, again, pretty good there. 84 passing, nothing crazy there, but he did his job. I don't think he struggled with the passing. Again, it wasn't like a Wirtz in form or a Bruno Fernandes. He had good passing, but wasn't excellent. But this is where he really excels in his dribbling. I don't think I've used a card with better dribbling this year than Neymar. His dribbling was absolutely insane. Let's check out some gameplay and really highlight his strengths there. So let's go through and see where we're working with. A last thing before we progress, actually, one kind of weakness, and we didn't go through his price, that's on me. His linking in the Saudi league isn't excellent. It's starting to get better. You're seeing more, informs and stuff like that. But I think just overall having the card in the Saudi league and not in PSG with Mbappe and stuff, it is going to affect his linkings a bit more. If we go through, let's quickly check out the Saudi league. Where is it? So if we just have a look at some of the concept players, some of the players you can link up with. Now, again, you've got that Ronaldo card, right? Which is incredibly expensive. But if you have the coins, you know, you can start to make some nice links going across. You've got a couple of heroes. I do think Neves will be a good card to have in terms of getting that green link. You're the Inform Mane. You do have this new objective. So there's definitely some links there. But I just think overall, you're not going to get the best value players. Maybe after a few more weeks, we get a few more special cards. But for me, like if you have like, you know, Ruben Neves there, someone I actually had in my team as well, just as a linking bonus, was Cancelo, who I believe gets a green link as well. So if you do get Cancelo in your team, he's not terrible. He's not the best in the world, but he's actually not bad if we find him. Yeah, for me personally, this is the kind of linking I went with without having Neves there. And you can see straight away he gets a 2 links. So if you have like a Brazilian manager now, you're in a good spot. So for me, this is not terrible. It's not difficult to link, especially with if you're making like a La Liga hybrid. I like to have like Militao, or I went for like Edison in goal with the Premier League links. It really depends on the type of team you're going with, but you could definitely link him up. Not as easy as previous years, but he can be linked up. Let's check out some of the gameplay. So, going to go through and just going to see what he does on the wing, how he's so effective for me. Again, in these gameplays, I don't believe he was playing cam for me. This is my first Foot Champs weekend, so a lot of the stuff was with the speed dribbling. And you can just see, look, on the wing, he's very effective. Look at that, 1-2, goes in behind, and right there. This is against a normal keeper, I think Division 3 or 4 at the time. And you can see, even though he has low finishing relative compared to other players, you can see it's actually pretty good. Like, look at this. Like, you wouldn't look at that and say, oh, this guy's got 79 shot. Like, he actually was pretty good. Fantastic pass there to Haaland. And this is what I mean. Like, I think if I looked at his card, it kind of put me off. But when I used his card, I was, oh, no, he's really good. I was actually impressed with him. Again, look what he does. Goes to the byline, goes through, puts the ball in a dangerous area, and it's the ball in the back of the net. For me, I was very, very happy with him. If he had maybe a little bit more of pay, just a little bit of pace and stuff like that, I think he'll probably get into my super team, my million coin plus team. I think he does fall a little bit short of that caliber just because of the lack of pace slightly. I think against the better defenders he can struggle a little bit, but like what you're seeing right now, look at that beautiful dribbling, great skill, he cuts in, and that is for me a perfect goal with Neymar. We'll start that one again because I think it deserves it. As you look how good this card was. Like, look, he goes through, he backs away, look, he's just walking, he's not even running, just sprinting past people. And then look at this close-up dribbling, look, one ball roll upwards, and you can see the guy's struggling to chase me right now. We go through, and right here, because of how smooth his dribbling is, you can fit through the gaps. So we fit through the gaps, and then right now, instead of shooting, because he's got the 5-star weak foot, they don't know where I'm going to go, cut back inwards, go through, and right here, the finesse into the corner. Just an excellent example of how good, how clinical he is. Once again, cut back in the box. So I'm really happy with this card. I'm looking at the highlights now, and I think with the Haaland card, I did a review on him yesterday, and I said the highlights kind of show him better than he was. I think he was good, but definitely wasn't as good as the highlights show, and I think that's the problem with just watching highlights. But with this Neymar card, like, he really was good. I really did enjoy him. If you guys are looking to get him, I think he comes in about 30,000 coins right now, which is insanely cheap. I would recommend giving him a go, and I think you guys will like him. I really do. He was just really underpriced for me. Like, I'm looking at his price and I'm like, I know he's got some weaknesses, but you're seeing it right now. Like, even against Llorente, which is a really fast fullback, like, we're kind of ripping him with the skill moves. And I think if you can have a little bit of skill moves on the side and kind of use him the way he wants to be used as a dribbling outlet, I don't think he's a bad card, man. I really recommend you guys trying him out. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 simply because I think he's very underpriced right now. There are definitely some weaknesses in his card, but even that, look at that through ball. Like, you're not getting much better from, you know, a higher rated player. Like, he's really agile, really good on the ball. I've actually seen people in Division 2 use Neymar, and it goes to show that this card is very underpriced. I think I'm going to give him a 9.5 actually, just looking at the highlights, looking at how he played for me. When I give him a rating, it's not saying, you know, if you had an unlimited budget, would I get Neymar as my left mid? Probably not. But if I have 30,000 coins, out of that budget for value for coins, I'm going to give him a 9.5. It's a really good card. I'm always a fan of a weak foot and skill move combination. 5-star, 5-star for me. You're getting a 5-star winger that can play cam for 30,000 coins from Brazil, so it's a high popular nation. I really believe this wasn't Neymar. Let's say it's like an informed card. Like, you'll be like, wow, this is an insane card. So in-game better than his card stats. I'm going to give him a 9.5. Incredible player. We'll go through a few more highlights and we'll end it there, but you're seeing it right now. Like, no matter playing Division 3, Division 4, like Foot Champs, he just did everything for me. And I think me as a player, the way I like to play, I think he really fits my play style. So I said this about Haaland yesterday. It wasn't that he was a bad player, but for my play style, he just didn't excel the way I wanted him to. Where with Neymar, I think he really did. So I was a big fan of him. YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the Neymar review. Let me know down below, who do you guys want me to review next time? I've got a few more reviews on the way, but let me know if there's anything specific you want to see. Catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.